All right. So what we are going to do is test back test today. Um, Trades I missed on GBP USD. So GBP USD. I want to share a chart. Okay. Let's do plain chart. GBP USD. Forex. Sure. We're gonna go with remove two drawings, not the indicators. All right. So GBP USD, I want to look at price action from, and let's see, we know it's bearish, but entries, right? So look at price action. We can go from here. So price action from here. Let's do a top down. So we obviously know price straight bearish in direction of the trend, straight bearish. I actually think overall, this is the main target. Okay, so where are we? 4-hour trend, what do we see? What do we see in our market cycle? We know this straight distro, nothing but redistros. Accumulation, end up breaking. Accumulated here. And it broke, made a lower time frame break, but then it distributed right here. Nothing but distribution came down, tried to reaccumulate again, failed to make a new high, and just redistributed from here. All right, this is gonna be a long one. We're not gonna really focus on this. I know we're over here, but I want to break these charts down. So failed to, excuse me, a reaccumulation, failed to reaccumulate, turned into a redistribution after it came up here in this point of interest, started retracing, ended up breaking the accumulation that caused the lower time frame structural break. Price broke that, came back up into this redistribution area, sold off again. So redistroed here. It accumulated from here, accumulation failed, price came back up. It looks as though tapped into like 80%, close to it. Just shy of it, but 62% for sure. Anyway, price came up, reaccumulated or accumulated here. So it's accumulation and a reaccumulation. Excuse me, accumulation, reaccumulation. Price came back up, tapped into the point of interest. What am I looking for? The box. Tapped into the point of interest. Distributed from here, accumulated, broke lower time frame structure, redistributed here. Redistribution, end up breaking that accumulation overall right here. Broke that bad boy. When it broke, it accumulated here. When it accumulated, it just have no juice at all and just broke now. So it don't even matter. Price tried to accumulate again here, but it failed and turned into a redistro. Oh, look at extra redistro, accumulation, reaccumulation, failed attempt. Oh, this basically is just a that's a distro here. Price came back up into the point of interest, actually grabbed some liquidity right up here. So this was a accumulation, caused a new high on a lower time frame. When it made a new high, it turned into AKA a distro. You can see the shakeout. So trading range here, test, up thrust, UTAD, up thrust at the distribution. This was your shakeout. That move here, end up breaking, price came back up, retested, and fell. So distro, distro, broke. When it came here, it accumulated at the micro level, accumulated. Accumulation was confirmed with the break right here, that push. Then it started to come down again, tried to do something, but ended up violating. So this was literally just a nasty redistribution. All right. Fast forward, and we already know what happens here. So it breaks, comes, accumulates here. You can see it broke structure, confirmed the accumulation after it broke the structure, start going up higher, higher, just reaccumulating. See how these reaccumulate more. So accumulation, success, reaccumulation, success, reaccumulation, success, reaccumulation, another success, respecting all of the reaccumulation POIs, reaccumulation, success, until it got up here and distributed in the point of interest over here. When price came back up to the point of interest, it distributed, started coming down. You can see first change of character happens here. So it tried to, AKA reaccumulate, but failed to, oh, hold on, is that the break? This the break. Is that the break? Nope, nope, no. Came down and gave a quote unquote double bottom. Failed to go higher. And when it failed to go higher, it's nothing but a redistro, closed here, broke, right? When it closed here. So distro, redistro, violated that, confirmed, came back up after it broke the low that made this high, came back up, redistributed at the point of interest. Redistribution at the point of interest, redistroing all the way down, broke, confirmed, just mark them right, confirm, redistro, and then when this happened here, that was the overall confirmation of the bigger redistro. But I don't want to draw it up. Sometimes that can get a little bit confusing, but that's a redistro. Oh, wait, redistro. All right, so now we are down here. Let's try to do something. Had a shakeout. And I'm going to say that this was a distribution trying to accumulate. Actually, it's the redistribute. No, they grabbed the high. Okay, grab the high. So because they grabbed the high, it's your manipulation. This is your confirmation of a redistro. And when it broke this low here, now let's go down to 15 minutes to see where we are. So now at the 15-minute, this is an accumulation. It was confirmed when it made that break. Confirmed. This was a reaccumulation. It was confirmed here. This is the low that made that high. And I have this marked as like high lows. So what I will look to do, this is this is the low that made this high. So I want to look for a short to continue the downtrend from here. So actually, let's do this. This is the UTAG. Call that my structure block. Let's do this. Measure that out at 80%. Oh, hold on. And I want to take the entire range. Do I have confluence anywhere? It's hard to see these. And right here, around the 62 and the 80. So that's my 80. And this is the 50 of the entire range. I still need for this to break if we are going to confirm. So this, what just happened? We redistribute. So this accumulation end up being a bigger distribution. It's reaccumulation rather end up being a bigger distribution. And the low that made this high is this low. So let's figure out that entire range. The low that made that high is that low. And the last low that made the push is the structure block here. It's my structure block. I probably should change it to a different color because it could interfere with the London. But London manipulated. See if we have some confluence. And do we? The 50% and the 60 kind of line up. So I will. It's not for short yet. Let's wait for price to get back up here. If it does get back up here. So let's go to the 5-minute. If it does get back up here and doesn't break this low, All right, as long as we don't break that low, we're waiting on price to come back. Do not break. I don't remember what it did. All right, so this is Asia session. Let this play out. What do we see? We are waiting for price to come up here. When it comes up here near the 50. So what is it doing? And we broke. Okay. All right. So London just redistributed. Asia highs are still intact. London literally just read this road now. All right. Let's do a different color now. Background color. Gray. Gray. None of the colors. Light blue. All right, let's just do. And that one. Save as. Save as structure. Yes, replace. Okay. So structure. Okay, so it's not gray. It's not London blue. All right, so the push that made this high, obviously came from this low that made that high. Figure that out. Those need a price action. It's all good. It is what it is. This is the 80%. So the price comes back up here. Figure it out. That's 15 pips. Let's play a schematic then. See what happens. What happens. What are we doing? What does it look like we're doing? 1 drive, 2 drive, minus sign of strength, 3 drive. What we get? 2 drive. This was center climax, automatic rally, secondary test, minus sign of strength, secondary test. So we have 1, 2, 3 drives down. This is whatever type of test. Here's our trading range from here. This is how we look at our trading range. So, well, hold on. This might be the spring. So I missed this. Yeah, center climax AR test. 1, 2, 3, spring manipulation came, broke the high. So it looks as though we are going to get back up here somewhere. I'm looking to come up here somewhere in my golden box, golden zone, look for shorts somewhere over here. All right, see what happens. No, don't you fall. Okay, it's testing. New York, oh man, get back in Asia. All right, literally just redistributed. So let's rewind. I wanted to come higher, but it was around 50% up here. Let's back up here. Because we're looking for shorts, I don't care about so let's go to the minute. What are we looking at? Shorts, it did accumulate to go up higher. High low, right? So the low that made this high is here. No, the low that made that high ultimately is there. So this is the low. So I'm looking for shorts. See what happens. This is a high. This is the low, actually, that made that high. On the lower degree time frame, you grab the low, came up, boom, 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 right there. So if you don't see it, here, and here, made a low, made a high, made a low, low. So that is lower degree structure. Right here is where I should have looked for a boom short. Okay, so that's absolutely fine. Let's go down to the 15-second, and we have a pretty distro right here. So we have selling climax, no, buying climax, automatic rally. We got an up thrust, got a test, we got another up thrust, right? A U-tag. So from here, this is the break. This is where I want to get in at. I want price. No problem setting my limit. Put my stop right here. 2.2, write it down. Let's see what happens. You're looking for sales. You're not looking for buys. It came close to equilibrium of that, not all the way. So therefore, when it came close, it's time to start looking for weakness. Price came up, evidence of sellers. Evidence of sellers, sell orders came, redistro, it's redistroing rather with a tiny distribution right here off of this accumulation. Let's see what happens. If it breaks this low here, then I measure out this whole move because this is the low that made this high. So what happens? Okay, are we in? We are in. So did I get out? Nope, not yet. So we are in this trade with 2.2 pip stop. What am I looking at? What do we see? I see another distro right here. Right? See another distro right here. You see a buying climax, automatic rally. You have a up thrust, you have a test, you have a U-tag right here. So come on now. Do this whole box. So that's the U-tag right there. And because you have that, put in another order. What's up, man? Another order in here. Run it down. Run it down. Run it down. I miss these because can't focus, especially at 11, have meetings. But these are clean entries here. I would set a limit here. Would it come back and tap me in? All right, so it ran me out. It's fine. It actually manipulated, created a new high. Right. So we have manipulation. Still in my point of interest. Absolutely fine. I would have gotten stopped out at reduced risk. And what am I looking at? Let's play it out. This was a low that was broken. Low that made that high. That's broken. To get in, off the short expectation of run it down. So this was L. That's L. So what's happening? What's going on? So it looks like we are accumulating. We are accumulating. Are accumulating. Still gonna be reaccumulating. This is the low. Reaccumulation. Reaccumulation just got confirmed. Accumulation, reaccumulation, you see the breaks. See the breaks. So confirmed accumulation, confirmed reaccumulation. We're going higher to tap us in, see what happens. And it just violated that. So for me, this low is a redistro with that low taken. What's this low? This low was taken, right? Oh, wait. It was, okay. So with this low taken, to me, it's time to take it from this high, take it to this low. How big of a stop is this? 50, 3.3 pips. I can do that. I would take, run it down, run it down. Okay. This order is still pending, but if it doesn't come back for me, let's see. Man, may not come all the way back up there. So this is the low. And doggone the low is broken. These trades down, knocking down them. Where are we on 1 minute? Yeah, see, redistro, distributed, redistro, redistro, confirm. Got down on the 15-second, right? See what we do. We accumulated. Man, and redistroed again. Redistro. From this high to this low. I don't think she want to tap us in. So what just happened? We're in the trade. Price respected. We are at reduced risk right here. I forgot to put it up there, but both of those would have been at reduced risk. At reduced risk, let's see if we break this low. So what's happening? All right, so we confirm redistro. Right, so with a confirmed redistro, another confirmed redistro. This is now the new low. This is a confirmed redistro. So we were able to get in this trade. I guess you can say finally a little bit, right? Able to get in that trade. Probably could have offset this, but it's just 3.3 pips under this whole move. Measure out this, see if we have some sort of confluence. So that's the last push up. That entire move. So that 80% lines up with the 62. If we get that band going up, all right, we may not. We're running like crazy. So what's happening? Where are we? So right now, we accumulated. We accumulated. We do have this distro here. So we do have this redistro here. And I will measure out that entire move. We do have a new low now. Let's see how price reacts when it gets here. If it gets there. Yeah. So where are we? So we are up in this point of interest right now. And it actually confirmed a darn redistro. Let's switch on. So it did make a new low technically. We are now, excuse me, up here in this point of interest. This point of interest on the redistro. Let's see what she tells us. So that's my low. Okay. What is she telling me? She's telling me she might take out this redistro and potentially come up here to a more premium area to drop. That's what I'm thinking. All right. And actually, this is the new low. That new low was broken. Came up here to the overall 50% of the whole move here. So let's see what she tells us. Okay, so we're in this trade. This is my new low. And we may get taken out of this trade. So what is she doing? So we got taken out of this one. We got taken out of this one at break even. I would have put this at break even for sure. Taking out of that one at break even, it could come up and tap us into this more premium trade. But right now, it looks like because it's in point of interest, to me, this looks like a distribution. I can see a schematic building out. I can see this as being my low. And what is she telling me? All right, all right, all right, all right. See this? And it broke out of all of that range. Out of all the range, and you can see momentum on the RSI has changed. And so all right, so 62. Five. Is it going to tap us in? And did it tap us in? It did tap us in, so we are tapped. Tapped in. See what happens. So right now we are at reduced risk. Actually, we might as well be at break even. So we are break even here. Did tap us in, so we are break even on this trade. Lost that one. This one was at DE. This one never got tapped in. This one never got tapped in. These was a loss. This one never got tapped in. So loss, 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 loss. All of them 250. All right. So we're in this one. Just confirmed again on a redistro. This is a redistro. And if I were to measure this out, excuse me, from the push, this is where it pushed. Measure out the whole leg now. the only confluence that I have. All right, so we are break even essentially here. Not essentially, we are break even here. If I take it on 50, I'll be able to stop. It's only 2.7. Stop. Take it on 50. Now, see if we get another entry, tap in. What are you doing? Look like you are accumulating now. So, what happened? We accumulated, broke out the entire range. Do I measure this entire range? And if I do, where are we? So I measure the entire range. And all right, I like 50. So we're at the 50% of the entire range now. After we broke, because we broke the entire range here. So, and we're at the 50. Here's the entire range here. Right, so that's the entire range there. We're at the 50 from this push up to this push down, broke out of it. We're at 50 of it now. And because we're at the 50 of it, this entire range, I forgot to move this. So we're at the 50 of the entire range. I'm gonna see what happens. It looks as though we are failing to break that high. And it looks as though broke, came back, tested. I need a break, structure though. So there we go. I will take it off to 50, put it at high. We redistro successfully. We are in this trade. We are not in this trade. We got in this trade would be, right? This was a loss. This would be looking at add an entry. Okay, so we just got out of this one. Got out of that one. Did we get tapped into this one? Not yet. So I need to load a break. Let's load a break. So it was this, and remember this push down here, this accumulation, reaccumulation rather, from here to here. Price came back in, tapped into basically slingshot that caused the break on this lower time frame, lower degree, which caused that break there. And that's absolutely fine. So what do I see? I see that this was broken. Failed. No, did it manipulate? Did it break? Did that break? Did that break? I'll create equal. I can create equal highs. Let's see. Price label. I need to see. Price label. Equal highs. Create it. Liquidity. See what happens. It may break it and come up here. This is unmitigated. I need for this to break now. This to break, or this to break. Gotta wait. Be patient. Be patient. All right, so it broke. So now this is what I want to come back up and mitigate to take it down. So we're still in this one. I would have managed this already by taking some money out, but let's leave this in real quick. This was a loss. That was a loss. Even didn't get tapped. Didn't get tapped. Would have got tapped on the 50 here. How big of a stop would this have been? 6.9 pips. Out the entire range. 6.9 pips because it broke out of range. 6.9 pips. I could have offset it, honestly. I could have offset it. Would have been 6.9 pips here and put the other one right here that I could have been in it. Stayed in it. Could have stacked. Okay. Not that. Not here. All right. Missed opportunity here. Missed opportunity. I didn't have set an entry in that percent of the entire range. And manage the position. Number one, 50%. Entry number two, at 62, 80% actually. 80. Come on, 80%. So that's a miss on my behalf. I could set it right there. Where's the arrow? Yeah. 6% of the entire range. All right, so that's lesson note number one. And here's the other range here. So from this low to these equal highs, that's a range. Because I'm bearish, I don't expect for it to take that high. Else it would have taken it. So this is my 50% from the entire range here. So it's kind of large, 6 pip stop. I can have it above these highs instead, and then I set actually this entry here. Don't worry about this entry. I set it here. I look for a schematic. So I set the entry here with the high here. I look for a schematic if it comes back to this 50. So set this at the 50 and look for a schematic there. This one I'm still in. This one is running 6.8 right now. So, all right, what are you doing? Okay. So let's get price. These are 15-second candles, right? So it won't move as fast as the replay is moving. But what do I see? I see an accumulation here. I see a type 2 without a spring, without a manipulation. It broke, confirmed here, came here, made another high, confirmed. So it's a type 2, which is perfectly fine. So what do I see right now? This could turn into the failed accumulation into a reduced growth because I do see ice building up. And that's the break that I needed, the weakness that I needed. But it did, yeah, it broke this low. So it accumulated type 2, reaccumulated, failed that reaccumulation. So this is a structure. This is what I'm measuring. This is what I'm willing to take. 3.3 stop. It's going to just blow by all of this. So I am in. We are at reduced risk right now. That's my stop on this order. We are at reduced risk. So I'm in on this one. This entry I am in as well. Taking out of this one. Able to manage this one correctly. Never got tapped into this one and never came back into the entire range. Let's see what happens. Okay, and it's got taken out. And reduced risk. Oh, I've been taken out actually for reduced risk. So that's absolutely fine. So this is where I was taken out here. That reduced risk. Got in and a quick exit. So it looks as though we broke out. Hold up. So hold up. Still in this one. What I like to see is we broke POS down, and then the entire range. I gotta remove some of these fields, man. Kind of confused. This is the entire range right here. Came down and broke. Now we may be coming back to test at a premium level, right? When it broke, this broke, we would have taken significant volume when this broke here. So this is, we went at an 8%. So we would have taken significant volume off during this time. And let's look at the entire range now. So that entire range just got validated and confirmed. This is the 50% of the entire range right here. And we are at the 50% right now. This is the 62. And this is the 80. So I'll leave this on. It's 5 pip stop in case I get stopped out. And this is the 80 of the entire range. So those are my orders. I don't have to add any more orders. See what happens. Time is it's coming up to Asian time, so no more. Crossover is right here. There we go. Still August 31st now. So we are in this trade. So this one just got triggered. We are in this trade right here. Question is, I don't care about all of this, so I'm gonna leave my stop loss where it is. Regular price action until we get back in Asia. So this is gonna take a while. Let's move it to a minute, see what happens. So now we are in Asia. I need to say that this is my entry candle. We're in Asia price action. So technically though, man, we did distribute 100% distributed. And we came right back up past the 50% of the entire range, up into like 62%, but below the 80. And started to walk this price down again. And once we broke here, this was a confirmed distribution. So now, honestly, we way down here. Honestly, I'm at break even. Excuse me. So I'm at break even on this trade. We are on this trade right here. We are up 4R on this trade. We are up, should be 10, 12 now. So 12 on. Measurements risk of 1%. So if you risk 1%, you're off 1, 2, with a break even, 3, and 4. So you were -4, but now you're up 12 on this one, and 4 on this one. So really you're up 12% because this 4 wiped it out. No, sorry, this 4, excuse me, wiped it out. So, all right. So now we are still August 31st. It's funny. This is the structure, overall distribution structure. This redistribution, this high is expected to be respected. So let's delete this. No, I don't care about that. Let's delete this. No longer. This is my entire range. And this is the 50% of the entire range. It's the 50. This is, even though technically it's still to push up. So see if we can find some confluence here between this low, behind this low, right at 80. So this is where I would look to take another short. Because I have confluence. Let's see if it gets triggered. Run it down. And this here as well. This entire range. This range wasn't broken until here, so it's all sloppy price action. All right, so now we're in Asia, and I don't know if it's gonna come back. So yeah, I'm not doing the math, but in reality, I've taken partials on this one already. Definitely taking partials on this one already, the one that is running at plus 12R right now. I'm not doing math. Now, what we're going to wait on is for price to come back to this confluence area here when it lines up with the 80 and the 62% from this push up and then the entire range. Now let's see what happens. So what is happening? This is Asia price action. Wait, so it's accumulating. This is an accumulation. And you can see that it's an accumulation clearly. This is selling climax. 2. You can see selling climax. You see some buys. You see some buys. You see the manipulation. You see the spring. You see the break of inner structure, right? But it didn't break the high here, nor did it break out the trading range. So it's all good on the 1 minute. Then you have a test right here and a test. And now it just broke out the trading range, confirmed the accumulation. So we can delete that. Confirmed the accumulation. Looks as though it was struggling in terms of momentum because it was pushing, making higher highs on the RSI, but the highs are lower highs within price action itself. So it may redistribute. There we go. So confirm overall redistribution instead. Okay. Right, so because it's a confirmed redistro overall. I'm not playing it as Asia. Oh, well, let's see what time is it. So when it gets to September, all this is Asia still. When it gets to September 1st, all this is Asia, all this is Asia, all this is Asia. It looks like it's going to redistribute again, and it just not yet. Nope, didn't redistribute yet. So what happened? Let's look. Let's see what happened. So we had, and whatever this was. So it's an accumulation at a tiny level. We had a redistro here, actually a distribution because it took the high, right? So it made a high. And then we had a clean distribution without a manipulation. Without a manipulation. So it's a type 2 distro, but you can see buying climax, AR, test, a minor sign of weakness. Test again. Not even an up thrust because it didn't break that. Definitely no U-tab, but broke out the range. Came back like it tested 50% and dropped. All right. You swing it from here to here, 50%. Tested 50% and then it dropped like a rock. Redistribute. So that was a distribution. This was a redistribution. It's redistro. This was a distro. Broke out the high, then distributor came down, did not break the low. So and then we reaccumulated here, or accumulated. Oh, excuse me. Accumulated here, violated. Well, excuse me, violated this. So we violated this. Did we violate this? We took out the distro. So now I'm expecting the price to come and make a higher high. But could be wrong, right? Be very wrong. This was a ugly accumulation, or it was an accumulation. This was an ugly accumulation. Redistroed here again, broke, accumulated really here. No spring, unless you count it. So I guess it was type 1. Maybe at the smallest. Okay, hold on. Selling climax. There you are. Test. Spring. Break. Reaccumulated. Confirm the reaccumulation. Reaccumulated. Reaccumulated. Broke. Came back up. Looked like it violated these on this distro. And because it made a new high, now we have a new distribution potentially. Actually, not even potentially. We do have a new distro. So you can clearly see. You have a buying climax. They are actually buying climax. They are. You have a secondary test. You have the UT. You have another test that came back to the 50%. Let's okay. I'm not even going to factor that. Let's just do this. So this is a BC. This is an AR. AR. This is T. This is up the rest. T to me. This is T. This is U tab if I can spell. This is a break confirming the distro. Right? It's a break confirming the distro. Clean distribution. This is Frankfurt. I will play this. You have weakness. You have weakness. I will play this. Oh man. Okay. So, the complete expectation that I'm going to continue lower. So, okay. I tried to play it. I would have gotten taken out immediately. probably should not have done this because it didn't take, it is clean distro, but it didn't take any London, Asia highs or Asia lows. So this might be the manipulation. Here's London open, came in at 3 o'clock. And we are still targeting this structure block here, this entire structure range from where it originally distributed from. So my order right here is still on. Let me put it here and say this is my entry point. Then I think I still have a pending order right here. No. Okay, never mind. This is at break even. Okay. I was like, that's not my entry point. That's at 50%. Like, okay, that blue line kind of threw me off. So price almost tapped me in. Price came up to the doggone 50% of the structure block, right? It started to show weakness, started to distribute. We are at 50%. Why would you not take it? This is a clean distro. Clean distro. Because it matches and you have clear manipulation, you can play this all day long. Put it at the 50. Just stop above the high. Oh man, is that fucking pips? It is what it is. Stop above the high. Let's go back down to the 15-second. That's a lot of volume coming in, but who cares? Your target is these lows. This is an 11. Okay, may not get there. May not get there. And if we break this low that essentially made this high, I don't like this pullback, so this low that made this high, then I will look to play the continuation move. What are you doing, London? Okay, you broke it. So you essentially redistribute it from here. Redistro. Distribute it from here, redistro from here. And because you redistro from here, this order I will scrap. This was the push for me. So that's one. And then you have the entire structure block too, from here to here, right? So let's measure that entire move from here to here. Do we have confluence? And we do. Okay. It's at the 62 and the 50. How big is that stop? 7 pips. 5.2. Okay, not bad. 5.2 pips. Let's see if we target Asia lows. 7. See what happens. Okay, and we are in, and right now we are at reduced risk. Immediately after it broke the inner structure, we are at reduced risk. So this is another trade we entered. It's following the bias. This is London. And we got stopped out. Reduced risk. Absolutely fine. So now high low. See what happens. All right, did we get, no, we didn't get top in yet. So that stopped out here, which is just fine. Okay, it did come up higher. And did we tap into 80? Very, very close to the 80. And did this stop me out? Wait, what is this for? Oh yeah, I stopped out of this. Yeah, I already got stopped out of this. This one stopped out. Get rid of that. This one I'm still in. It didn't come back and stop me out after it broke. Never came back. So my stop loss is LP there. Let's see if they gonna flip up and stop me out. But honestly, we came back up to high premium, close to here. Truth be told, if we break this, I'm looking for a play. And we did. So, because we broke it, I'm looking to play this at 50%. We are at one of interest. You got to stop down here at reduce risk. So that's absolutely fine. So if I was risking 5.250 at 5 point. All right, let me pause real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So let's continue. I am bearish. Price is still in my point of interest. Price still in my point of interest. And I'm waiting on price to come back. Tap me in and continue the bearish trend. All right, let's see what it does. So we are trending up and we are in the trade. And soon as price breaks this low, I'm going to reduce risk. All right, definitely at reduce risk. This is my stop loss. Price has no reason to come back up that high. 2.9. Oh, I suppose I had done some math. Huh? So what are we doing on this one? So we were risking 250 bucks. 150 bucks on, I guess, 5.5 pips. Okay. And now bring it down to 2.9 pips. Let's see what that is. It's about $45. $45 built, so 45 times 2.9. So if we lose now. It'd be $130, $130.50 to be exact, or at least round up, right? On 2.9 pips if we get stopped. Okay. So that means that that's a savings, right? About $120, so it's $119.50, but about $110. Okay. So truthfully, on this order here, because I am going to place an order, and this is the entire range, and this is the push up. So let's measure the entire range, and then let's fib out from the push. Do we have confluence anywhere? Not really. Not really. So how much is it from the entire range? 7 pips. If we split this order, 250, 250, plus an additional 120, right? So if you want to do it that way, I will, from here to here, so 2.5, right? So from there to there, 2.5 pips. It's 250. It's just a way to think about it, right? So 250, and then I would do it from here on that 80, put it at the high, right? $250 on all of them. So at 80, put it at the high, 250 plus 120, right? So this one is actually $370 risk, rather. All right. So I put it on the extreme. If I get tapped in, I want that one to give me the most return. So I play that risk. Let's see. Let's wait. So it accumulated, came down, tapped into this accumulation. We are bearish workflow overall. So therefore, I'm not trying to play any buys. I'm trying to catch continuation moves. This is the low. This is a play, but I'm not banking on that to hold. There we go. What's going to happen? All right, so we are going up. This is the low that made that high. We accumulate. And did we get in trade? Not yet. Will we have manipulation to get in the trade? Probably not. And I think we're going to just break. And we did. So I will not keep these trades because, in my opinion, even though this is the low, but in my opinion, this was the accumulation that made the high. This was the another reaccumulation that made that high. And this accumulation was broken. The entire range was broken with a manipulation. Wrong one. With a manipulation, this was the buy that led to it. So what I'm going to do is that we will delete these orders. If it comes back up here and violates this, then I'll stop price to gauge if I want to take a trade. But this is where I would set my limits now. And I would set it here. And this should be the 30, yeah, 370. So I'm gonna put my risk on this one. Now look for an accumulation to still targeting these Asia lows. I do believe that's the low. That's the goal. So what time is it right now? It's still like 5 in the morning. Let's see what happens. So are we tapped? Did we tap? Oh my goodness. We did not tap in. And since we did not tap in, we may miss this trade and probably have to try to play the continuation move on this one. And I am right. All right, so another miss, right? Another miss. Another miss. I should have played the 50% here. Should have split my order again. So this is another example of what I should have done. So let's drag this over here. Hey, Mike, you help your mom? Thank you, son. Sorry, I stopped to myself. So prime example, I should have split my risk again. And y'all probably hear some noise come soon, but I should have split my risk off the 50. And then split my other risk from here. All right, another miss. Either way. Either way. It's all good. This is another structure here. Looking to play the continuation move. And I will play it from this entire move here. Oh man, big up stop, 7 pips. So let's split the risk. This right here would be 250, not 270. $4.5 pips. So the question is, do I keep that one? I don't think I do. It's price tags. No reason to come back. No reason to come back. So we accumulated, we tapped, and then we got me out on it. There's X. And that's the next. I am in this trade, so I am broken even. I forgot to move my stop to BE. So did I get stopped out of this trade? No, I didn't get stopped out on that trade yet, but I'm at BE. And then, give me 1 second. All right, so I'm back. So we got out of these trades. We broke here, so we both we had a distribution here. It's ugly, but it happened. Still bearish, not bullish. Okay, and this is my target. So if I take the range from here to here, I'll take it at 50. So the breaks, which I think it did just then. So you didn't get tapped. You didn't come back to the 50. This is a mistrade. But the good news is this. This was the accumulation that caused the distribution. So therefore, we can take this entire range as soon as we get it. And now you can figure that out. We can do this. And because we're still bearish bias, this is our plan. Split our entry, 250. Price should hold that, 250. And let's see what happens. So didn't do anything but redistribute. So I'm recording. Hold on. All right. So price is accumulating. These orders are done for me. But technically it's not. So I leave these orders still alone. It's still premium until we break this accumulation. But we did take out Asia lows. So we hit the target. Am I still in one of these trades? I know I am. This one, which I forgot to put the doggone check on. So I am in this trade. Got out of that one, got in, got out at reduced risk. Got in this one at break even. And still holding. This one here is still on for 11. It ran 14. And this one here is still holding for 24. They ran 29. And I'm still in this one that's at 14. I said I ran 19. let's see. All right. Still bearish bias. I'll keep these. This is the structure block. This is the range that was broken. So I measured out that whole move, and it's all about patience. All right. So New York kicks in an hour. What time is it? 7:05. 7:05. So roughly an hour. New York kicks in, and when New York kicks in, it'll probably give us the bullish momentum to come up here. I'll tap us in at least one of these trades, right? Hopefully the plan is for one of these trades to be successful. So here's what it is. Until then, I think it's going to potentially just accumulate. Nope, I'm so wrong. So it took out the low. Actually, this is still the accumulation. So this is the spring. Climax test, minor sign of strength, spring. All right, so you can see this. You can see this. It's clear. Type it out just in case. So now buying climax, selling climax, AR, automatic rally. You have a test. Yeah, we're gonna do a test. You have up thrust action. Then you have test and phase D. That's T. That's T and phase D. Then you have your strength. And then I do believe that this is your spring. So because this is a spring, you're looking for price to accumulate this to be a confirmed accumulation after it breaks this, and then reaccumulate, tap me in, and then redistribute from there. See if we're right or wrong. Break. Okay, so confirmed accumulation, reaccumulated there, reaccumulated there. So far, so good. Looks like it's a distribution. So I did see this, but I was expecting for this to blast by. This was a redistro. All right. So price came and tapped in, started to distribute from here. But I want to wait till New York, which is right here. All right, yep, New York. All right, so let's see what New York does. New York looks as though it is, man, going to redistribute. Why do I say that? So I see nothing but a trend line. This looks like a redistribution to me. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. That's what it looks like. And flat. Splat. All right. So because it's a redistribution at New York Open, this is my target. The price to continue lower. And actually it's still London, New York crossover, right? I don't think London closed until 11 a.m. Eastern time. So London, New York crossover. Heavy volume, heavy volume, heavy volume. This is a block. It's my trading range block. So we're in such a discount spot to where I really don't want to trade right here. truthfully. But I mean, trade what you see, right? So I really don't want to trade this because we're so discounted. See what happens. It would have been a good trade. It would have been a great trade. So boom, you would have tapped you in at the 50. You would have dropped down to about the accumulation, London's accumulation, right before the crossover. And now it should accumulate again to go higher. So if you would have gotten in this when you would be sitting at break even right now. Truthfully. Expectation though now for me is to accumulate, which it looks like it is doing here. Took out the accumulation, going to accumulate here, come up higher, and then drop. That's what I'm looking for. So I wanted to come up higher because I want to sell for more premium area. Let's go. And this will be the entry for, let me pause because I can't keep up with it. That will be the entry point for it, right there at least. So let me do the entry. So we accumulated, we reaccumulated. Is this going to be a reaccumulation? I do believe so, to take out this distro. And can we do it? We cannot do it. So we literally just redistribute it. And because we redistro, but it's a channel, right? You can clearly see this channel. Clearly see this channel right here. And if you want to see it clearer, all right, so you can see it. Maybe I should do it like this then. Yeah. So you can clearly see this channel. I never knew if like this is a bull flag or what, right? But I don't care. What I can see and what I do care about is that this low that made this high was broken. That is important to me. And because that low that made that high was broken, this is my range. And because I measure out that entire range, and then this is the range from this low to that high. And I do have confluence. So what I'm going to do, I think I probably missed the trade. But I'm going to set that, come down. So we get tapped in. So we are tapped. Boom. So we are tapped. That word is deleted. This is a successful tap. And right now, okay, so that is a successful tap. And its entire range was broken. Right now I'm sitting at reduced risk. And because I'm sitting at reduced risk, we made another leg down. And okay, so these are deleted. I don't think we'll be coming back that way. This is still on. We are holding at 26 there. We're stopped there. We were stopped on both of those. We are holding this one still with a check, right? Holding this one at 18. We are still holding. Which one of these? Okay. This check. Okay. So we're still in this one. We're holding this one at 36. It's in that break even. All except for the latest one that we just got in. We're at reduced risk there. And now, what we just did was we redistro here. Redistro here. So this range. The structure block here. All right, so I'm gonna measure this whole range here. And I have a couple things to do right now. And then I'm gonna measure this range from that last push to that. All right, so I'm gonna look to get in here. This will be the entry candle here. All right. Oh yeah, 5.5 pips. So yeah, that'll be my entry point there. We also have this and I'm going to measure out this entire range here. Come on. Come on. This entire range here. And it basically lines up with the 50% of that range. So I'm going to set a stop. There you go. Set a stop. All right. And should accumulate, right? I want price to come back up there. All right, so that's good. It may not come all the way back up though. So realistically, we would have taken some. It's running at a 152 now with reduced risk. We're no longer reduced risk. We are at B on this trade. So we are literally risk free on that one. What just happened here? What do we got? We have bullish divergence. We have spring right here. The trading range up in here. It's highlighted on. I'm not diving down into it. But that's the spring. It's the confirmation of the accumulation. Coming back to test it, a reaccumulator here. We can see clearly see the reaccumulation. Came up, took out that high, and then distributed. So because we distributed, my question now is, we distributed with a confirmation here and then redistributed here. Question now is, will it find support here and continue going up? That's what I'm thinking. But it looks like it may not because it's not a strong reaction to me. So, because it's not a strong reaction, we're not showing evidence of buyers. We literally redistributed once again, and have a trend line, which I think will take this out yet again. And if we would have filled this out to see, right at the 80, if I put a cell in here, 6 points, 5R, 1, no. I don't want to take this trade, but truthfully, I just think it's going to continue and blow out both of those, and I'll just wait till, there we go. So it accumulated again. I'll look for a trade from this distro here. Where distribute? Oh wait, what time is it? Oh, it's okay. London's about to close, so I look for something out of here. That's my block to look for. Should respect that. Go down and make a new low here. Should respect that. If not, then expectations for it to come all the way back up to premium, tap me in here, and continue going. So, but this is where I put risk on this one, not the other one. All right, so let's see what happens. And let me put a line here that's going to show the entry candle, or the entry point at least, right? That's what I'm looking at. So accumulate. Did it stop me? It did. Did it stop me? It did. Okay. All right. That one stopped me out. And because it took out the high, it's going to distribute, eventually come back down and make another leg up. So, but it's a clean distro. You can see it. Oh, you know. So clean distro. Clean. I feel about the entire range, right? Because this is the entire range from here to here. That's the range. And then I filled that out. Now I'm gonna fill out the last push up. We have confluence and redo. So I will take it off to 80. 1.8 pips stop. Taking it down to the low. And I will cash out of this one, honestly. So let's see what happens. We are reduced risk. This price shouldn't come back up there, right? There's no reason to. See what happens. So we accumulate, we drop. By this time I'm break even because it broke the low again and then broke the low again. Should not come up and broken even. At this moment, risk free, all the way down, see what you do. Boom. All right, it's accumulating. It's accumulating. And it's going to stop me out of this one. All right, perfect. So now, because it had ice, it was unmitigated areas down here. This came down to mitigate those. I would have took partials though here, especially if that was already 1 to 8 when I was running. Here was a 10. I would have took partial, but I got taken out. So got in here, and then I got out. So right here. I need to say that real quick. All right, so I think that'll be the logic makes sense. So now I'm holding to up here. We have all this imbalance. Show me what you got to do. Show me. What's going on? What's going on? So what do we see? We see price taken out, price distributed, coming down, took out that low. It's not going up. Because it took out below. That's my entire range. And it was just taking. I figured that out. And then after about the last push, it would be like a 50%. Yep. So I take it at 50. It's close to the 80 of that. 0.5 pips. Target right here at 5. Other target at 10. So let's see what happens. Accumulate, reaccumulate, don't just break. And at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Right now, it's just September 1st. So this is Thursday. Hey, what happened? So you come on. We're in the trade. We may get taken out. So, and we did. So, taking out these some small baby type candles too. Yeah, that low didn't even break. All right, so that's fine. I'm gonna hold into there. We're winding down to London. So with us winding down, not London, sorry, New York. So it's 3. We took out their structure up here. We may end up taking this low now. Sort of reaccumulate it, coming up to the structure. Let's pause for a moment. All right, what do we see? So I see price distributed took out the low that made the high. Took out the low that made that high. Nothing though is holding it. All right, so get in on the 80. About 3 o'clock on the afternoon now. With the expectation of that it's going to take that low. Yeah, it's going to take the low first. So close to it, it's going to take the low. And it's like a bitty candles. And we tap in. All right, so now we are Your session is closed. You technically distributed, so I'll leave it. Let's see if we get tapped in. All right, so we got taken out. I left it on, so legitimately we got taken out. Now I should have canceled that. That's nothing is holding it. You know what I mean? Nothing is holding it. It's not in a point of interest. Should not have taken this trade. It's not in a point of interest. It distributed, but where? Right? It's just enough fair value. You got big gap and it got to be filled. This is where I should have waited to take this trade from. Because this is where I think it's going to be fantastic news. Accumulate. Don't do it to me. Tap me in. So we are Asia session right now. See what. All right, good. So hold on. What just happened? What just happened? So I got taken out of this trade at break even. You go down to the minute. Let me see what happened. This hit my stop. And it looked like it. Oh man, it did not hit my stop loss. So I'm in that trade at BE. I am in this trade. I'm in this trade too. Boom. In that trade, and I am sitting now at reduced risk. All right, so I'm sitting at reduced risk the same. And let's see what happens if it stops me now. I'm sitting at reduced risk. In the both trades, I stopped right here. I'm at reduced risk. One is at boom. All right, I'm out. So, oh wait. Why did I wait for that? I would have been at break even. Yeah, this would have been BE as well. Not at reduced. So when it made this low, when it hit here, it came down, reduced risk, came back up, broke again, break even at that moment. Price has no reason to come back. Yeah, definitely price had no reason to come back. So I got taken out on both of these trades. All right, taking out on this one. And I got taken out on this one. Both of these, B. So B. B. So not bad. B. Not bad. All right. All right. Those are B. This, no, it's my other trade. So this one is at B right now. But this is not. So let's see if we get tapped into that one. Reaccumulate. So we came into a distro here. Point of interest. I want to do it. What are you doing? Whoa. What are you doing? So here and here. And me. This was a distribution. Price never came back. This was 50% of it. And price came to 50% of it. Then started to distribute. This is the low that was broken. This is the low that made that high, but the overall low that confirmed the reaccumulation right here was here. If this breaks, right, playing a district happens. New York, boom. Oh, this is news. That's right. This is second. This and the whole candle move. So still bearish. Still if it hits my candle, which I don't think it will. So let's look for weaknesses. This is when I messed up. So let's see what happens. All right. Like that. This is the low. My high low. This is my entry candle. Okay. So we broke. We literally just broke. It's my block. That's that. The last push up. 4 push down was here. That's that. Let's get in here. And you see this stop. Like it's big, yo. So let's play it like this. And then the other area is here. .9. 250 a piece. So okay. So let's see what she does. Right now it's I think it's going to break. Okay. Take that off. It's not entry. What are you doing? I don't think we're getting up that high. We're at the 50% already. And see weakness. High low. And this was an accumulation. You can see it with a spring, break, reaccumulated, 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 break. So now because it broke, play the move, play the move, play the move, right? Let's see what happens. I'm trying to have patience. Man, that's a big behind stop. Oh, okay. That's a big stop. Not yet. Okay, I think we're on now. Yep. Okay, we tapped in. Tapped in. So we are in this trade. And we broke this low. We will go to reduce risk. All right, so now we're at reduced risk. Reduced risk. And we're out. So it's essentially like break even, but we lost a little bit, so I can't say break even. So we got out of reduced risk right now. We are still waiting in on this to happen. Actually, this trade here is still valid. So let's see. I mean, we looking to take New York's low. It's 14. All right, so this one had no chance. We lost a little bit here. All right, so hold up. Right. Oh man, this thing stopped me out. So we lost both. Ah, yo. X marks the stupid spot. Huh? Crap. Okay, that's fine. So where are we? Where are we? Well, this was the low that made this high. It broke. See what happens real quick. All right, so we broke. You test it, then we broke. And this is the whole range. This is the push. I see confluence at the 80. At 3.4. And I will take it straight. Come down, take New York up. I think it stopped me out. It did. I could have went to reduce risk when I broke that low, but I wanted to break the low. But you see bearish momentum coming in, right? So what I'm going to do is still try to catch this trade, right? I see a break. I see the manipulation. I see all of this clean distro here, right? You can literally see the clean distro here. See it. See the clean distro there. Fill it out from here to here. And then what confluence do I have? Okay. So fill this out from here to here. 2 pips. And okay. 2 pips from there. And then I have confluence here. This is 2.5 pips. Okay. So let's see. It's 8, it's 16. So I mean, it literally just tanks from there. I literally just tanks, man. It's hard to catch it now. So I made up to play the distro. Yeah, all right, we got a good go here. Entry point. And play the distro. To redistro. I mean, it just tanks from that to Load I made a half game back to the 50%. It's the same ones I missed. Same ones I missed. And it's just gonna fall in there. Thinking it's not right, man. It's accumulator. Should accumulate right already. Ain't no accumulation. Not one. So, bro, bro, right, bro, bro, bro. It's the last one that's not mitigated. It's a mistake. It's so discounted, man. And then it's 1 o'clock. So I might not even get up there. Yeah. It's with the load that caused this high. The load was just broken. All right. In the range in there. See. Oh, it's on. I literally go. It was wrist right here. Stop me out. And that's the charge. That's gonna fall. Crap, I need it. Fall all the way down. You know, mitigate that. That's it. All right. So where are we? got out on these. Oh, I forgot to do this one. Got out on this one. I should have placed another one here because this was the distribution. Anyway, got out on that one. Let's go to 2 minutes. Let's see better. Nothing over here good. Which ones are good? Not that one, not that one. Yes. That was a B. And then got a BE on that one. Got in on this one still running. Am I right? Yeah, this one. This one's still running. 35. Still running. So this one is running. I'm gonna copy this. So I'm picking it up now. Still running at 35. That one. Got out. Never tap into this one. This one I'm still in. All right. So it's running at 123. And this one I'm still in. Running at 1 to 48. The rest of these, this one never got tapped. That one never got tapped. All right.